right, welcome everybody to our Gather and Grow chat. It's June 19th. Excited to be here with you all. Tonight we're going to be talking about building relationships during the summer months. A lot of times people like to take a break during the summer because maybe you're traveling a little bit more, which is understandable. But amidst all the travel and all the things, it is actually a really great time to build relationships with customers and with people in your community. So I have 10 tips for you all tonight in this thought of building relationships during the summer specifically, because there's different people that connect with different scents during the different seasons, as we know, right? We have our holiday by the Christmas time. We have our customers that buy all the time, but there is this niche of people that are summer people too, that really like the fruity, springy, floral type scents that we need to like circle in. So it is definitely an effective time if you leverage the season to grow your customer base and to build relationships. So the first tip is to be present at summer events. So attend local fairs, festivals, community events where people are gathering. So they're perfect spaces for networking with people, introducing yourself to potential customers in a kind of more relaxed environment, which is really, really good. If you have like a farmer's market and you like to attend it, or if you go to like maybe a 4th of July parade or something, right? There's so many festivals and gatherings, events that happen. So that was number one. Number two is offer seasonal promotions. Scentsy does this for us, right? We have our spring summer catalog, which has some amazing products in it. Think about how you can target the stuff that we have for sale to your customers, like the 5 bars from our spring summer collection. It's not spring, it's just summer collection. Sorry, my mind sometimes gets ahead of me. But think about that and try to relate it to what maybe they're doing during the summer months to bring them in and to captivate them. Like maybe they've been on a trip, a tropical vacation. Well, we've got this little turtle warmer that would be a great memorabilia type thing, and throwing in some of our summer scents to go with it to create that feeling and those memories, as we know, because scent invokes those memories that last forever. So using what Scentsy has, but also building on it. Like last week, I think most of us did a, what was it called? It was just a 6-pack. Trying to find it was a 6-pack of bars. And I did a challenge for my group. It was just basically one day to try and sell as 7 6-packs of this summertime sunset bundle that our friend Jamie made. And she had her customers name it and created it. And it was like just a random grouping of bars that were all kind of related in some way, shape, or form. But taking something like that and making it a promotion, whether it's an actual promotion from Scentsy or not, you make it yourself, and that can help create just some excitement and engagement with your customers. So that was number 2. Number 3, use social media strategically. So sharing content on your social media that resonates with the summer themes. So our summer collection, right? Using that in your social media engagement is important. If you stories, if you don't do social media, ignore this for a second. But if you're using stories, use the polls, use the answer a question. But engage with your customers on social media. Even if you're just posting a question on your wall. Is that what it's called still? Your wall, your timeline. I don't even know what it's called on Facebook anymore. But posing a question to get engagement. Be very intentional and strategic around what you want to get out of it. Like today, I shared a reel on my Instagram of the samples that Avery and I have been working on for Bring Back My Bars. And I mentioned, sorry, it's going to play noise when I push it, but I'll try and turn it down. I brought up about being a VIP. I said, when you are one of my VIP customers, you get to smell all the new scents first. 25 Bring Back My Bar scents will be hitting your mailbox soon. Then I posed a question. Want to be one of my VIPs? Question mark. Message me to find out how. So target marketing, right? I want more VIP customers. I want customers that want to get all of my samples. And that will build that engagement. So be very strategic and don't like blanket everything. Like you don't want to be like, post a party on every post. No, focus in on a specific product, a specific bundle, right? And use that to help build those relationships with your customers. The fourth one is provide value through knowledge. So you have to position yourself as a consultant that is knowledgeable. Sharing tips and advice relevant to your product is really, really important. So like we use warmers and wax. So teaching your customers how to clean out their warmers and wax. Or if you're a big diffuser user and you have a lot of customers that use our diffusers, focusing on that. How do you clean out your diffusers? There's actually a way you're supposed to clean it out. And so teaching them how to do that through your social media, or even just going live in your customer VIP page, you can totally do that. So think about the knowledge that you have to share, the tips. And another thing that's really easy to do, you can go through the catalog, sorry, reach up and grab it. And you know, there's just so many great things that you can just pull. So like I just opened up the fan diffuser page and it says, you know, perfect for the office, your car, anywhere there's a USB port handy. Like you don't have to come up with the lingo. You don't have to come up with what you're going to be sharing. You could just, like I just did right there. I just opened the catalog. Oh, there's a tip. Oh, there's a tip. And you can use this catalog as your source of knowledge and providing tips, advice related to the products that you're sharing. Number 5 is host summer themed events. So personally, you as a consultant hosting an in-person gathering of sorts, whether it's just Scentsy, whether you bring in some friends that sell their own stuff, doing a meetup of some sort, whether it be in your home or in a public place, creating a space where you can host a gathering would be amazing. You could even just focus on like bricks. Say we're doing a brick event and these are all the scents and you just bring one of each bar or the testers of each scent that we offer in the bricks with Scentsy Club and focus in on that and have them smell and order the bricks that they want. And on top of that, they're going to order other things that they want because they're going to see the catalog and all the things. But making it themed or targeted to something specific, like I saw someone floating around sharing about a warmer swap where they can get a credit. They want a new warmer and you give them like, they bring their used warmer to you and you give them maybe 10% off their warmer or 25% off their warmer that they buy in exchange for the old warmer. And then that old warmer, you can take and put it in a business to share and say it's yours for free, right? So it's kind of like a give and take. But having some sort of theme around the event. Number 6, follow up. We talk about follow up all the time. Following up after your initial contact is really, really important. A lot of times I am guilty of, oh, here's my information. Shoot me a text when you're ready to chat or when you want to come over. And guess what? Do they come over? No. Do they text you? No. So we have to be the ones like, oh my gosh, it was so great to see you today. I'd love for you to come over this week to smell all the new scents. When would be a good time? Right? Super casual, not pushy, just straightforward and great. But you have to follow up. You have to make it personal, thanking them for whatever the interaction may have been. And then offering information to them too. Like if they had questions about maybe how long the wax lasts or you name it, right? What are those little wipes you're talking about? The swipes, or what are the little body wipes you're sharing about? So offer the information during that follow-up as well. Number 7, build relationships, not just sales. So focusing on building genuine connections rather than just making a sale, because this is a relationship business. We have to build that foundation with our people before you're worried about a sale. I had a customer just last week. She posted on our community Facebook group about the passing of her stepdad. And she was asking for help making a video, like a memorial video. And she had a bunch of people like, oh, it's super easy. You can totally do it yourself. And I could tell she was like, she wanted help. Like she wanted someone to do it for her. And so I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I can whip up a video super quick. Like it won't take much time at all. She was like, the company we were going to use was going to charge $400. So I'll pay you. And I'm like, you're not paying me. She's a customer. Like I'll do this for you. It's fine. It's what we do for our people that we care about. Right. So I didn't walk over to her house and get all the photos and bring Scentsy. Like that was not my ammo, right? Like I don't care about her ordering Scentsy. And she brought it up. She's like, my boyfriend really wants to buy some Scentsy from me. I'm like, girl, we can figure that out later. Like I'm not even worried about it. But thinking about, how is your relationship with your customers? Do they know you as a person? Do they know you as just a salesy person? How do you connect with them on social media? Do you interact? Do you know what's going on? Do you know how old their kids are, what their kids are into? While it can be overwhelming if you have a lot of customers, it makes a difference for sure. So build those relationships. Don't just focus on the sales, but make sure that you know what's going on in their world, and being aware through social media is one really, really beneficial place I find. Number 8, stay flexible and adaptable. Our summer schedules can be super unpredictable at times. People leave on trips, people have vacations planned that you don't even know about. So offering different experiences for people at different times, because everybody's coming and going. So you might not be able to have an in-home party with that one customer that you wanted to have a party with. If I need to wait till a little bit later, come fall, right? But be flexible and adaptable. I think that is really important. And offering the online sales, right? Offering, you can just order on my website if you're too busy to come over. I think that, I mean, I have customers that live just like blocks away and they're always ordering on my website. No matter how much I'm like, just come over, smell, you can grab it and go. And she's like, I don't want to bother you, or it's just easier for me to do it online. That's great. But making sure that I'm following up, sending thank you packages and little goodies for them. Number 9 is ask for referrals. So happy customers, obviously, we know this, they are more likely to refer friends and family, especially when they've had a positive experience with our products and our service ultimately. So don't hesitate to ask for referrals or testimonials or even reviews. A long time ago, when we had the men's line, they had the shave stuff and I don't remember all the things, but there were like 4 different men's products that we had. And so I was like, I am gonna get some of my customers' husbands to try out these products and write a review, right? I want to build up my reviews on Facebook, and I'm just gonna gift it to them, and then they can write a review, and that'll be all I ask of them. So you could take that and use that in other ways too, right? Where you're asking for a referral, but also asking for a review. Like, what do you think? Right. And then asking them to share with their friends and family, or maybe their best friend, right? Just one person. Who do you think would really love this in their home? That can be really, really impactful. So, thinking about that, even in like your happy mail, you send out a little mailer for the month of June to your customers. You can have a little write a review or send a referral my way and then get the information from them. And that can just be such a great place to build those relationships more. I love it when I have a customer come over and they bring a friend. They're like, oh, I'm going to bring a friend. Yeah, please do. Like, bring 5. I don't care. That's the best. So, making sure that you are educating your customers that you want referrals is really, really important. Number 10, celebrate summer milestones. So, remembering important dates in your customers' lives, maybe anniversaries, and people usually post about this on social media, so it's kind of easy to celebrate them. Um, but even sending a small token of appreciation during the summer months can go a long way. And it could just be a postcard with the thanks for being such a loyal customer, slap a scent of the month sticker on it, or just a scented sticker um, with a QR code to your website, and keep it super simple. But making sure that you are celebrating the relationship that you have, celebrating their experiences and milestones and things that they have going on during the summer. Graduation month in May was a huge month. If you had customers with kids that were graduating, I hope you sent them something, right? Because that could be a really huge opportunity for you to share with your customers products, gifts. I had probably 20 graduation cards on my cabinet, and I gave them all Scentsy. So yeah, they wanted money, but I wanted them to have Scentsy, so they got laundry stuff. And it was great because they're going to college and they can smell good because they always compliment us on how we smell so good. So making sure that you're sending um, tokens, small tokens, even of appreciation to your customers to help build your relationship is super, super important. Um, so as we focus on building those connections, we can align our sales goals with those efforts. Focusing on building the relationship to be longevity, right? Where you're going to remember, your customer's going to remember you forever for some reason, whether it's good or bad. And hopefully it's more for the good that they remember you. And it will create this connection and loyalty that they'll just continue to keep coming back and back to you. When people feel like a number, it doesn't really work. So you have to really make an effort. And if you're not a people person, it's even harder, but you have to really make an effort to connect and to build those relationships with your customers. So that's all I have for tonight, but I wanted to open it up since we are a little bit of a smaller group. What are you doing to build your relationships with your customers this summer? You can just unmute yourself and share. We would love to hear. Saw Brandy's finger go up. She was thinking about it. No? Come on, don't be shy. What are you doing with your customers this summer?
I am going to, well, I sent out Happy Mails and I sent out a lot of samples, felt samples of this summer collection. And doggone it, I am going to send a follow-up text. I never send follow-up texts. So that's going to be my mission when I'm stuck not being the driver. I'm going to send some follow-up text.
Love it. That's so good. Because what is the point? I mean, there is a point of sending out samples without
Yeah.
like,
I mean, and it can just be, hey, did you check your mail? There's something in there for you.
the goodies and hope you've enjoyed smelling them. This one's
Yeah,
my or whatever, like something cute to
yeah.
gauge,
The
right?
pink pineapple sugar is the bomb.
So good. All right, who else wants to share? Don't be shy.
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll share. Oh, no.
It's okay. You go first. I go third.
So things that I'm doing is just like going back old school and just connecting with my customers, like what you said, Lindsay, where there's, for whatever reason, when you have a season after hyper growth, it's not just a season in our business, it's a season for our world post a very large epidemic, right? And so it feels like a lot of my customers are going through a lot of really like hard things. And so just reaching out to them and saying, hey, you were on my mind. I am thinking about you, and not making it about Scentsy. It almost always turns into Scentsy, but usually just like, no, I was just checking in. I hadn't heard from you in forever. And I got to thinking about you, and I've learned to lean into thinking, messaging people that I think about. And it's remarkable how we won't even talk about Scentsy, and then the online order comes. Like it's a person that lives at the end of my street, but it's like, hey, thanks so much for reaching out. I just happen to need to hear from you. And so I'm just challenging myself to 5 people a day. Nothing Scentsy related, but just that connection factor of like, hey, you came to my mind today and I wanted you to know that I was thinking about you and I hope you're doing well. And just having those communications reopen, because I think for me, with my business, I've been in business long enough that during the pandemic, business got so crazy and so fast and so big. I didn't do a lot of the follow up, and just like organic follow up, even if it's not purchasing customers right now for me, but just the follow up of that connection piece of like, hey, you came to my mind. I wanted you to know I thought about your kid and whatever. Like, how are they doing? They've been gone at college for 3 years. They just graduated. Like, just catching up has been a huge thing that keeps turning into orders, which isn't my actual reason for it. My reason is to like organically connect with them, but it reminds them what I do too, if that makes sense.
I love that.
Okay, I'll go. Hey guys, it's been a long time. I'm happy to see your guys' faces.
Oh,
So Bree took mine, so I really don't have to go. Just kidding. No, it's pretty similar what I was going to share, but you can totally cheat on their social media. So if you haven't been seeing their stuff, you can go through your follow-ups and orders, or just as a reminder, go back through your order list for the last year. What I like to do is one by one, I will go to their social media page and just look through their stuff, because a lot of times Facebook doesn't show you their stuff unless you've been liking it or commenting on all of their stuff. So I just go stalk their page real quick, and I, like Bree said, I check in, with whatever's going on in their life. I know it sounds bad, but a little bit, but I go and cheat and I look and see what's going on in their life, and I will personalize the message and be like, oh my God, like I will go message them and be like, oh my gosh, like I saw you went camping. Where was that? How exciting. And the last thing that I do, and I'm pretty good at this one, and I learned it through working at the vet hospital. But if you do hear of like a death or like a marriage or anything like that, keep like go to the dollar store or go on Amazon and get a bunch of different cards for like sympathy cards or like weddings and stuff like that, and just really personalize the card. It takes 5 seconds to write in it like a little message and then send it out. Just have some stamps, readily available, and those things they will never forget. Like Lindsay's talking about tonight. It just makes all of the difference. That is what will make you stand out compared to the thousands of other consultants. So
So how do you, just like to work through this for maybe someone that's overwhelmed by this or not sure where to start? How do you um how do you work through your customers? Do you just like pick the customers that have ordered in the last 6 months? Do you just randomize your customers? Do you like work through the alphabetical list? Like, what does it look like for you, Jess?
well, for me, I'm very sporadic. So sometimes I'm really good about it, to be honest. I'm doing it monthly to just catch up, or if I haven't done it like in the last 6 months, I'll go through that list. It just depends. But to not overwhelm myself, I'll break it down into how much time I have, because you make this business whatever time you have, don't overwhelm yourself. So if I only have, an hour, I'll go in and do a month's worth, and it doesn't take that long. You just print the list and then highlight it and you get it done.
And work through 5 people a day, like Bree said, right?
Yeah, I'm not very organized. If you have OCD or if you're very organized, you can do it a lot differently than me. But my philosophy is always do what you can instead of overwhelming yourself and having that like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I haven't done it in 6 months. Even if you do 10, that's better than nothing. And usually I do, like you said, I'll get orders just by checking in. So it's worth it to just start wherever you can.
Definitely. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anybody else want to share?
What was the question?
We're talking about customer relationships. Like, what are you doing to build your relationship with your customers this summer?
Oh, so related, unrelated. I did go through on my contacts list and printed like the list where within the last, and I think I started like January 1, 2022, up to recent, like who is ordered within that time period. And then I'm I'm trying to do like a page a day and like just texting them, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm still out here. We've got, a new summer collection, Disney stuff, blah, blah, blah. I hope to hear from you.
You. Super.
Yeah. So it's just, and it's again, people that that have ordered at least in the last 2 years. So, and a lot of them haven't ordered again or since. So it's just reminding them that I'm still out here if they need anything.
Wax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Love that. Thanks, Holly. All right. Anybody else?
So I'll go. Hi everybody, I'm Betsy. I have I'll be honest, I haven't done a lot of samples and things like that lately. And what I can tell you is that I see a huge difference because I used to always send out samples. I would order the warmer of the month or the scent of the month, and I would send out that. And then usually customers that had ordered that month, I would send them that automatically, and then a sample. And I haven't been doing that the last couple of months, and I'm telling you, I can really see a difference in my sales. And so this I just ordered a bunch of those felt samples from Amazon in the little baggies, and I ordered the warmer of the month. And so I'm gonna get back on track doing that because um there is something about when you just send a card or something to thanking your customer for our order, it really does go a long way. I'm really good about sending an email or a message after they've ordered, but I think going that extra step is even better. Because it does show that you're not just thinking of them as a number. And then I am kind of like what Jessica does. I'm always am I frozen? I like to peek to see how people's lives are going on you know, through their Facebook pages. And if I see something, you know, I'll message them or comment. So just try to keep a connection that way.
That's good. It's pretty amazing how, you know, if people are willing to share stuff on social media, they're going to be willing to receive like a text or a message about it, right? So, I mean, it just helps build relationships, and that's what this is all about, building relationships.
Yeah, and it's been really hard because I know like a lot of my customers, like we're in California and it's so crazy. Like I feel like the economy is really putting a crunch on everybody. And so a lot of people are saying, well, I can't afford that right now. So what I've been doing is just really focusing on ways that they can get product by having a party or sharing the stuff that's on clearance. You know, that's really the best way because they still want it. It's just that it's not in their budget right now. So finding those creative ways and you know, making them feel good about how they can have a fun little link party or a home party to get the product still. And then when things are better for them financially, they'll, you know, start to order as they used to. So that's another thing. It's you want to try to be you know, a little bit concerned about that for them too.
Yep, 100%. Love that. Right, anybody else want to share? All right, well, thanks for jumping on. Hopefully this gave you like just a little boost of like energy and confidence to go and just enjoy the summer months and use it to your advantage. Don't let it just go by without working your business. Make sure you're intentional and be proactive in sharing what we have to offer, the different specials, the collections, all the LTOs that we have. It's a great time to sell Scentsy, and hopefully you can use it to your advantage and be proactive. Next month, the third Wednesday is falling on SFR week. So we are doing our call on the fourth Wednesday. So the 24th of July. So put it in your calendar, make sure you set a reminder, and I'm sure you'll get reminders from lots of other people too. But we love having you here and appreciate you so much. I'm gonna stop the recording and we're gonna take a picture.